Well, growing up here as a Rangers fan is it's pretty tough. I mean, it's like my other sports. I mean, Mets, Jets, Rangers, all in the same boat. So this Rangers run was a little nice. Got to go to the finals for the first time since the 2000 Mets when I was a little kid. So yeah, it was pretty nice as a Rangers fan to finally see one of my teams doing good.
There's a lot of mix of different fans, so it gets very intense and fun.
And what about when it comes to hockey?
Hockey, Rangers.
Everybody?
Everyone in the neighborhood's a Rangers fan. Not one person I know likes a different team.
And do you think that makes the Rangers a little bit special in that regard?
Yeah, it makes it better because you can actually watch the games with your friends and enjoy it. Because if you watch baseball, there's a lot of mixes, Yankees, Met fans. If you watch football, there's a lot of Jets, Giant fans. And everyone I know is a Ranger fan, so we can have a good time, go to the bar, watch games.
I'm NY till I die. Rangers, Mets, Knicks, and I root for the Nets. If you're not a Rangers fan, you're not my friend. Just put it that way. Oh yeah, I've been playing hockey since I was little. I always played goalie in the street, getting puck shot at me because I like to get hit with things because I'm a weirdo. That's what they always say. But yeah, I grew to love the game even more. I grew up watching Mike Richter, and he made me want to play hockey. He made me want to play goalie. And Lundqvist just solidified it for me, that was my favorite place to play.
Well, I'm going to talk about Henrik Lundqvist, which is the Rangers goaltender and the best goaltender in hockey. Usually when we play versus a team, he gives us the biggest advantage, and when he's on the ice, he just gives you confidence that you're always going to have a chance to win the game. And it was no different in the playoffs. Every team we played, except for maybe the Kings in the finals, we had a huge advantage in goaltending, and I think that was a huge reason why we went as far as we did. Some of the saves this guy makes are unreal. Like, I've never seen a goaltender make spectacular save like Henrik Lundqvist. I can't really say anything more about the guy. He's just phenomenal.
The king. Without him, we'd be nowhere. He's our wall. He's our rock. He holds us down. He's what makes the Rangers the Rangers.
It was different because all the people in my neighborhood were rooting for the same team, and felt like it wasn't just that same bad luck. I had some good luck from these Yankee fans and Giants fans, so it was pretty nice.
I had a good feeling they were going to win the first round. If you get a good goalie in the playoffs and he plays good, then you can make it the whole time. You can keep going to the Stanley Cup if your goalie's hot. And if you got Lundqvist going in the playoffs, then you got a good chance of making it. So Rangers Flyers, it was a game. They won the series. I don't know. They won it in 7. So I remember Carcillo scored a goal, 4 or 5 in Philly to put the Rangers up, and skiing around the arena, put his middle finger up, pounding on the what do you call that thing?
Glass.
On the glass. And once I saw that moment, the Rangers, I knew they had momentum. I knew they had a lot of character to their team.
I mean, I always hate Philly. I hate the Phillies because I'm a Mets fan. But Flyers, I mean, they haven't really been good, so I don't really hate them as much.
So you think the rivalry is more about Philadelphia, New York type thing?
Oh, definitely. Not with me, but with other football fans at the Giants, Eagles. With me, it's personally the Phillies, Mets, and the Rangers Flyers. But yeah, that's pretty two different sports. So
do you think the players hate each other as much as the fans?
Definitely. Yeah, there's a lot of fights during these Phillies Flyers games. Flyers Rangers games. That's pretty awesome. Never hate a fight in hockey.
I think Philly is a very nice town to go to, but their fans are absolute pieces of trash. Especially what they did to that kid in the parking lot last year. That's appalling. Eagles fans, that counts for you. You're disgusting. I hate you all. Philadelphia is true.
Going into Penguins, Rangers, how did you feel about that series?
That was a good series. Penguins are probably the most athletic team in the NHL at that point. They got Sidney Crosby, the best player in the NHL, maybe the best athlete in sports. They got Malkin. They've got a good goalie, and their team is they're like the Yankees of hockey.
How do you feel about Sidney Crosby?
Fucking hate him. He's probably the best player in hockey. Dude's unstoppable. Should have been a Ranger. Fucking got screwed out of that. But he's one of the best players in hockey. I hate his guts.
Well, he's basically a 12-year-old prepubescent girl with a dirt mustache. That's all I have to say. He's a very fantastic hockey player, but he's a huge pussy. As a man, I mean that.
That series actually scared me. When we had to play Pittsburgh, they were heavy favorites going in. We wound up going down in the series big, 3-1.
How'd you feel when they went down 3-1?
It was very depressing. I went to Game 4 actually at the Garden. Pittsburgh scored, it might have been 5 or 6 goals that game. Crosby had a couple points, maybe 2 assists. It was bad. Rick Nash, once again, couldn't score. One of the best players for the Rangers. He was on a terrible cold streak. I actually threw my Rick Nash jersey out the window that night, driving home. Yes, I was a little bit drunk, but besides the fact. That night, I actually felt like the Rangers season was over the next night.
Rangers go down 3-1. What happened? Do you think that changed it?
It was definitely the team rallying around Marty St. Louis' mom dying.
Martin St. Louis actually got traded before the playoffs to our team for our captain, Ryan Callahan, which was huge. You know, I love Callahan. He was the Rangers captain for a few years. He was a rookie.
How many times has the team traded captain?
Never. Callahan was from the farm system. He grew up as a Ranger, played as a Ranger, had his jersey, you know, and then they trade him out of nowhere. And it's like, come on, you're going to trade him for this veteran, St. Louis. He could have one more year left, and you never know what he's going to do. But then his mother actually passed away, you know, and that's always upsetting as any athlete, especially. But I don't know, I guess that it brought the team together, you know, it made him play better. And I don't know what it was, I don't know how it happened, but the second that happened, that's when the Rangers turned the switch on, and they became the 2013, you know, playoff run, 2014 playoff run, New York Rangers.
It was pretty surreal actually. Something like that I wouldn't be able to do. I don't know how a man, like, I'm shocked that he actually played. And I think the rest of his team was shocked, and that's why they played so hard for him. And we wound up pulling through that series, which shocked me, to say the least.
It's a really man thing to do, you know, just because your parents want you to do it, you know. They'd want you to go back out there and win that game for them, you know, and not wallow and cry. But you can cry on the inside, but be strong on the field.
It was very special. It was just hope. I believed. Like, I don't really have that feeling when I'm watching my teams, and this is no ordinary Rangers team that I was watching.
7.
I was ecstatic. I'm surprised my girlfriend was still going out with me after how drunk and excited I was, to say the least.
What happened in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals?
Well, this was the first series where we lost our one advantage, and that was goaltending. The Montreal Canadiens have this guy, Carey Price, who's probably just as good as Lundqvist. I would give Lundqvist the edge in the long run, but he's up there with him. And he went down in the first game when Chris Kreider on the Rangers ran into him on a clean play, but he ran into him, and he wound up being out for the rest of the series.
Once that moment happened, every Ranger fan in the building knew that series was in their hand right there.
Fuck Canada, America, all day. You're our ugly little brother, and you will always be that.
Game 1 went on to be a blowout. The Rangers scored, I think, 7 goals, and this isn't football. That's a lot of points in hockey. But yeah, Game 1 was pretty wild because the same day we had the biggest party in our neighborhood during the summer, and that jump started a wild night. I can't even begin to explain how ridiculous this party was. People were running around with crop top jean jackets. It was half naked people all over the place.
We were all at a big party that day watching our buddy's house. I was pretty much wearing nothing because I'm a sick bastard and that's how I roll. And they went up 7-2 to set the tone for the day, so I pretty much could not walk straight and walked home in basically Daisy Dukes and a dungaree bra, to say the least. Walked my girlfriend home and walked my house home. I'm pretty sure I got pulled over and asked if I was soliciting on the street. But that's just how we roll in Hockey Town, baby. We don't care.
Montreal, they say, is the toughest stadium to play in the NHL. It has the best home advantage, some of the best fans, and it's just something about it. It's like an unexplained aura that really teams struggle in there. All different teams, doesn't matter how good you are, they struggle a lot in Montreal.
Talk to me about Game 6. Rangers are up 3-2 in the series.
Well, Game 6, this was one game away from us going to the finals, and this was a pretty big night for us. The Rangers, they wound up, it was pretty close the whole game. Dominic Moore wound up scoring the game-winning goal. And he actually has a story behind him too. His wife died 2 years ago, so yeah, he was playing with a little heavy heart as well. And when they scored that goal and the Rangers, the clock ticked away and the Rangers went to the finals, it was a feeling I could not explain. The rest of that night was unreal. We were, some of my friends were smashing fluorescent light bulbs over their backs. I, on the other hand, was grabbing watermelons and smashing them in the middle of the street. Yeah, there was a lot of mayhem going on that night, but it was all deserved because the Rangers were in the finals.
The bar was out of control. We probably kicked out all the people who were in the bar, you know, just having, I think it was on a Tuesday, it was probably on a random night, you know. All these games don't always end up on the weekend, so people have work the next day, school the next day, but we're always there together, no matter what day it was, to watch the game. And once that game was over, we all went nuts. All 20 of us. Beer going everywhere, drinks going everywhere. There was chants, we were loud. The bartender was pretty pissed, actually. The owner was pissed. And
Did you care?
no, it was a great time. I wish it was that moment again right now.
How did you feel after they won to go to the finals?
Well, let's just say how I was feeling the next day. You know, I was hurting. I mean, just with the, you got to take it as they're losing, you're getting drunk. They're winning, you're getting drunker because you're happy. Or you could get drunker because you're sad. You know, that's just how I think, and maybe that's not right, but hey, that's how I roll.
Regret anything?
I regret nothing. Well, I mean, maybe women, some women, but not hockey.